When I came to the United States, I did not know much about music because whatever I studied with my teacher was barely to get back a little bit of violin playing. After all, I started from the beginning at the age 17. Of course, I'd studied before and made progress. He was trying to help me out by giving me difficult pieces and see how far I will go. And he was experimenting with me. So anyway, I came to the United States without any musical background. Um, I do remember that in the P camp, I went to listen to a concert of a Mozart Requiem, and I was so touched by it that I couldn't stop crying. And that was the first time I heard Mozart. And so that was my background. So when I came to play an audition, I didn't know anything but my own piece that I learned, which was a Mendelssohn concerto, a concerto by Mendelssohn. And for that I got the scholarship. So I was 1 year in school, and then one of my teachers told me that there's a need of a violinist in the New Orleans Symphony. And I didn't want to leave because I had so much to learn. And my teacher pushed me to go. He said, go, to get a little experience, what it is like to play in a professional orchestra. And when I went there, I did not know I did not know how to follow a conductor. But somehow I made it good. I made well enough. I made it well enough there that the conductor asked me to come back next season. But I could not do that because I had to go back to school. And so I told him, I'm sorry, I have to be in school. I cannot do that. And so little by little in school, I played in an orchestra and found out what kind of music is being played and all that. But I was still, even when I got my master's degree, I was still very poor of background, musical background. But as soon as I finished school, and by the way, I was considering at that time, my last postgraduate courses, I was considering education. And I was going to get my doctorate. And then the head of the music department there, heard me once play, and he called me into his office, and he said, do me a favor, I suggest you enter the playing field. Said, you know why I'm here? He said, because I didn't practice. He was a very nice man for the Midwest, a very fine person. And I listened to him. He was so serious about it. And I wanted to start. I didn't start yet. After that, I got to some depression. And I didn't know even how to go about looking for a job. I found a man, a student that went with me to school, and he was already in the New York Philharmonic. And he asked me, what are you doing? I said, nothing. He was shocked. He said, what do you mean nothing? Without my asking, he called somebody up, and I was hired for my first job in a chamber group. That was the beginning of my professional work. As I went slowly from one group to another, I started to be recommended. The quality of my how do you call it? Of my job, the quality of my job became better as a violinist. In other words, not just better as a violinist, but more important, I got more important jobs in the orchestra. And it got to a point where the Russians, the Moiseyev dancers, came to the United States, and I was hired as a concertmaster for that orchestra. At the time when most of New York wanted their job.